Welcome, everyone. My name is Kaleen O'Connor, and I am tuning in from Clearwater, Florida, USA. And first of all, I just want to thank you for joining us tonight and taking the time to your busy schedule. I'm going to stop for a minute and say, Stevie, can you go ahead and mute everybody? Okay, and Great. If you've never been on Zoom before too, if you can keep yourself muted so that all the sound can go towards the presenter, that would be fantastic. Okay, so back to why we're all here. I wanted to thank you for taking the time, whether it's nighttime or morning, because I know we've got people in Australia as well joining us, to come learn about something that you may have never heard of before. We're going to dive into the world of cellular health tonight. I like to think of the 4 building blocks to having a healthy body as sleep being very important, health and nutrition, and exercise. And then the other one really is cellular health. And it's not talked about that much, but it's revolutionary. And the health science breakthrough that you're going to learn about tonight is being considered one of the top 5 emerging sciences on this planet that will positively change humanity forever. That's a huge statement, but you'll understand at the end of the presentation why we actually say that, right? So as you tune in tonight, there may be different reasons why the person that invited you, intrigues you to come. And often it's because you yourself or someone you love might have a health challenge, or it might be because you like to work out and you want to have better endurance and recovery in your workouts or as an athlete. You might just want to look better and feel stronger as you age, because we can't avoid that no matter what age we are, or even just have, more beautiful skin. And then also, because this is a breakthrough, it does bring opportunity as well. So sometimes people look at this just to have an additional income stream as well. So whatever reasons you're here tonight, thank you again for being here. And tune in and enjoy. And the way this is going to work is I'm about to introduce a phenomenal world authority on this breakthrough. He's going to go through a very dynamic presentation with all of us. I want you to write down your questions as they come up. Any question is welcome. And I will come back at the end and let you know how you can take advantage of these resources. And then we will actually have a period of live question and answer. So if you've got questions, we'll definitely take the time to answer them for you. With that, I'm going to officially introduce Stevie Aquilina. He's coming to us from all the way from Australia. He's a phenomenal husband and papa and field educator on this breakthrough, leading business partners and teams literally all over the world. And he does his research and really works with people from start to finish on helping them understand the product. So we're very privileged tonight to have Stevie Aquilina. Over to you.
Hey, Kaleen, that was a great introduction. The money will be on top of the fridge. So good evening or good morning, everybody. And thank you very much for having me here. And for those who tune in regularly, I appreciate you tuning in again and listening to me over and over and over again. And I really appreciate Kaleen for putting this together. It's significant what she does. And this is a very significant breakthrough. And I know Kaleen very well. We've known each other for quite a few years now, and she significantly wants to have an impact and make a difference in people's lives. So I just want to shout out to you, Kaleen, and thank you very much for holding us all together here. And I think we've been doing this maybe 2 or 3 months now. So thank you for putting up with me for that long. All right. So let's jump into this. I'm going to share my screen. Let me just do this real quick. Beautiful. All right, so you should be able to see my screen now. What I'll be sharing with you tonight is the most significant health and life science breakthrough of our lifetime. And believe me, you are going to want everybody who is significant to you in your life to at least know about this. This is a category creating breakthrough. Not unlike the magnitude of the discovery of DNA or penicillin. An exciting and entirely new frontier in science, unlike anything you've seen before, that for 2 decades, science had declared was impossible. A breakthrough with enormous potential, validated by renowned universities and world-leading laboratories. A very advanced breakthrough, 15 years ahead of its time, and drug companies wanted it shut down. Now, before I tell you what this is, let me be very crystal clear about what this is not. This is not a drug, thank goodness. This is also not a vitamin, mineral, or antioxidant formula. It's not secret herbs, spices, exotic berries, fancy juice, super sage, essential oils, magnets, alkaline waters, laser lights, roots, magical 5,000-year-old tree, lotions, potions, gadgets, or any of the other really good stuff out there. What I want to be clear about with you is that this is a groundbreaking and category-creating breakthrough. I promise you've probably never seen or heard of anything like this before. When we say breakthrough, this is a breakthrough with an exclamation point at the end. ASEA REDOX cell signaling technology contains active redox molecules. What are those? Well, these are the exact same cellular messaging molecules that are made natively within your body that affect gene expression in a positive way. And they help to protect healthy cells, repair unhealthy cells, replace damaged cells, activate your body's immune system to protect against bacteria, viruses, and infection, and keep your cells functioning the way they should at healthy, optimal levels. Why is this important? We are all made of cells. Every single part of us are cells. We live and die, therefore, at the cellular level. Healthy cells, healthy life. However, unfortunately, with age, diet, stress, toxins, and other environmental assaults, our cells break down and our body's ability to make and use redox molecules declines daily. As such, our cells break down even more. And with it, so does our health, wellness, youth, and vitality. ASEA takes science very seriously and is highly committed to ongoing research with world-renowned universities and leading laboratories, proving the potential of redox signaling supplementation, demonstrating the safety and efficacy of the redox products, certifying them as safe and effective in every body. ASEA users enjoy cell signaling benefits. What does that mean? Well, that translates to health at its most foundational level. ASEA Redox has been scientifically tested and shown to signal the activation of genetic pathways and affect genes that improve immune system health, help maintain a healthy inflammatory response, help maintain cardiovascular health and support arterial elasticity, improve gut health and digestive enzyme production, modulate hormone balance to support vitality and wellness, and the list goes on and on and on. But to save time here, additionally, ASEA Redox has also been scientifically tested and shown to enhance your body's own production and efficiency of antioxidants by up to 800%. Naturally, from that result, it's also been proven to lower oxidative stress. Why is that important? Well, oxidative stress is probably the precursor to just about every degenerative condition under the sun. It's also proven, again, to be 100% safe with 0% toxicity. Why? Because redox signaling molecules are better
Stevie,
than natural.
you're a little bit frozen on your sound.
Oh, I am?
So guys, just hang tight. He should come back to us in just a moment. There we go. You're back.
I'm back? Okay.
You're back. Welcome back.
Yeah, so I was saying redox signaling molecules, or ASEA, the redox signaling molecules in ASEA are 100% safe. 0% toxicity, because they're better than natural. They're native to your body. They're already there. Your body already makes them. It's just that your body can't make as much of them anymore like it did when it was young. Any health challenge, and it's not just health challenges, any health goal you can think of, whether it's a health challenge or whether it's you have a loved one that has a health challenge, whether it's you don't want to become old and unwell, whether it's you want to become younger and look younger and feel younger and live younger, whether it's you want to run longer, harder, faster, lift heavier, recover quicker, break personal bests, be a better athlete. Any health goal you can think of, Redox users and doctors are seeing just remarkable results. And on that note, let's take a moment to hear from some doctors right now.
Redox signaling molecules are like the DNA whisperer. They signal cells to be healthy. And because of age, because of medications, because of toxicity in the environment, you lose your ability to make the redox signaling molecules. So having them with ASEA simply replenishes what your body is doing natively when you were young. You know, I've been in the business for 40 years, and this is the first time that I've ever heard about the redox signaling molecules, which to me is a breakthrough of the 21st century, akin to the electric light bulb in the 20th century and maybe even the discovery of penicillin. Because your body is a redox signaling program, and to be able to replenish it on a day-to-day basis, internally and externally, is not just a breakthrough, it's a game changer.
Health is something we have to earn. What can I do to get to the root of things and really prevent problems from happening? Is it possible? And the answer is yes.
You know, I think most people don't actually really consider their health until it's gone. So it's the choices that we make today that are going to determine the level of our wellness and our health and our healthy longevity tomorrow.
We want to keep people healthy. We don't want to see that deterioration. The whole process of the anti-aging and regenerative medicine that I'm so passionate about is on the premise that we can maintain energy, we can maintain health.
So prevention is key, but people need to value it. People need to understand what it is and take responsibility.
Inside every cell in your body, you're constantly producing negative and positive molecules called oxidants and reductants. And the contraction of that name is redox.
So with these molecules, we're amping up that communication. We're helping that cell signal.
Without these cell signaling molecules, we simply wouldn't do the gene replication that we need, the DNA sequencing that we need. These redox signaling molecules interact throughout the body with every cell that we know.
Every cell in our body needs these molecules for communication purposes. The more balanced they are, the more abundant they are, the healthier we are.
ASEA actually has the combination of the oxidants and the reductants that the body makes. So all we're doing with ASEA is enhancing what the body is already doing.
Having a product, a technology that's native to the body doesn't have to worry about detoxifying it because it knows exactly what to do with redox molecules. It's one of, if not the safest recommendation I ever make to a patient.
They found a way to stabilize them outside the body. And you can actually put them back into bodies that are deficient in those molecules. That's a game changer.
To have something that at its molecular level is native to the body is nothing short of a breakthrough.
This is something that's foundational for health, for every cell. It affects every cell in our body. And not just the cells, but the very DNA within those cells. You know, we talk about the discovery of DNA as being a huge breakthrough, the discovery of penicillin. Yes, these were absolutely huge discoveries. But now we have something that actually goes even deeper.
This is where the future lies. And this is why redox chemistry and supplements that employ this are so powerful.
They literally turn on and turn off, signal every single process in every living cell. And to be able to stabilize a product that allows us to replenish that is just a phenomenal breakthrough.
This has the capability to change the landscape of the healthcare system as we know it.
All right, so we've spoken a little bit about cellular health from the inside out. Now let's show you what's possible when we're applying these redox signaling molecules to the outside in with our topical versions of redox signaling molecules, Renew 28 and Renew Advanced Intensive Redox Serum, supported by our complementary all-natural botanical cleanser and ultra-replenishing moisturizer, all clinically tested, proven to be safe, and also 100% of the participants in the clinical trials saw visible results in less than 30 minutes. But the proof is in the pudding. So I want to show you some pictures. What you're going to see here is more than anti-aging effects. You're going to see age reversing effects. You're going to see lines and wrinkles ironed out. You're going to see elasticity coming back to the skin, inflammation, irritation, aggravation, and other signs of poor health to the skin being rejuvenated. Even the aftermath, the scarring of issues being brought back to the body's blueprint. Now, the moral of this story here, aside from the astonishing change in this lady, Rosie, is take photos, because after 7 weeks, Rosie had dramatic changes. However, she didn't notice the changes moment to moment, day to day, and believed that the products weren't working. It was lucky her doctor took these photos before use. And as you can see, after 3 years, Rosie just continues to improve. So before you take the products, make sure you take an inventory of yourself inside and out, record it and photograph it, and expect results. But some people notice results right away. And it's fine to expect results with this technology because it's proven to work on every single person every single time. But what does differ from person to person is the time it takes them to notice the change. So continued proper use and proper records, and you'll be able to see a better difference. Now, this is Dr. Marty Moran. He decided to do a scientific experiment on his very own face and use Renew 28 on only half of his face and not the other. Spot the difference. Spot the difference. Have a look at the lines around the mouth on one side compared to the other. The deep line running down from the nose to the mouth on one side compared to the other. Look around the cheeks, the wrinkles and the lines on one side compared to the other. Now, this is a biggie. Have a look at how the glasses are slanting to one side, and you would be able to spot the difference by now, I'm sure. And you'll also be able to spot the side of the bed that his wife preferred to sleep on during this experiment because she digged the younger dude on the other side. Confirmed by Dr. Marty Moran, true story. Now, it's not only for your face. You could use our Renew 28 and our intensive redox serum, redox signaling technologies on virtually any part of your body, and you would be able to see tremendous results. Now, this was a study that was done on ladies with cellulite, and what they found is that by using the Renew 28, it reduced the appearance of the cellulite. Now, not just the appearance, in truth. When they took ultrasounds of these ladies, they found that the subcutaneous fat causing the cellulite was actually dissolving from using the product. Now, it's not just for the skin. Clearly, it's getting deeper than that. This is my good friend, Sepp Hock, who also lives, up here in Queensland, Australia. And he had a very sinister condition on the inside that, was a little spot on the outside, but a big problem on the inside. And when he saw the doctor really didn't expect Sepp to require a second visit because he didn't believe he would be able to be around for the second visit. And Sepp went back for the second and the third and the fourth. And thankfully, Sepp doesn't need visits anymore. And he was quite diligent in using the redox signaling molecules, not just from the inside out, but the outside in too. We have people who have muscle and joint discomfort. So a great experiment that you can do with the person that's recommended you here this evening, if you have any discomfort around your body, is use the Renew 28 gel on your troubled spot 3 times. Use a semi-generous amount, 3 times within 5 minutes. And you watch the difference that you will experience inside of about 10, 12, 15 minutes. So out of every 10 people I see, at least 9 people will notice a result on the spot. And that 1 or 2 otherwise will notice something just a little bit later. Now, it is a historical truth that with every great breakthrough comes great opportunity. The bigger the breakthrough, the bigger the opportunity. And ASEA is based in Nobel Prize winning research. In fact, if you went along to pubmed.gov, which is where all peer-reviewed medical studies are published, and you typed in redox signaling, you would see that there are well over 30,000 results. Now, the truth is, this is a very difficult slide for me to keep up with, and it's already outdated because there are more than 150 studies coming out almost every single month. More than 1,500 medical textbooks have been written on redox signaling molecules, and they have their own medical health journal called Antioxidants and Redox Signaling. We are the world's first and only, underline only, redox signaling supplement. ASEA is heavily patented. That means that we are without copycats. That means that we are without competition. That means no one in the world has what ASEA has, no one. And this is just one of the many strategic advantages that leads us to holding massive, massive opportunities across all health science sectors, because no matter what somebody's health goal is, whether it's healthcare and wellness, whether it's athletic science, sports science, or whether it's beauty, skincare, anti-aging, longevity, these are multi-trillion, with a capital T, multi-trillion-dollar industries, and ASEA serves all of them. Now, our mission here at ASEA is to better people's lives and to be a force for good in the world. We want to help a lot of people. We can't do that on our own. And so we look for people to help spread the word. ASEA gives you the opportunity to earn commissions just by sharing REDOX with others. You receive a residual commission, not only from the ongoing purchases made by everyone you refer to ASEA, but also you receive an ongoing commission from the ongoing purchases made by every single person they and others and others and others and others also refer. So just like when you recommend a good movie, restaurant, cafe, book, whatever, people tell people who begin to tell other people who tell even more people. And there's no limits. You can receive this ongoing residual commission to infinite ends worldwide. ASEA is currently in 35 countries, and we open new markets almost every single year. And based on the existing trends, the annual turnover is projected to exceed $500 million over the next 5 years. Some are saying this is conservative and that $1 billion is very possible. But what does this mean for you? Well, for people who are switched on, who are clever, who are smart, who are aware, who are able to recognize a good thing when it's coming their way, for people today, perhaps more than any other point in time, who might be looking for a replacement or at least a supplementary income, for people looking for an extra or part-time or full-time or big time, or I just want more time, or maybe a legacy leaving income. For business-minded people, this is an opportunity to be paid a residual commission from the growth of this global expansion. There's nothing better than making a living from bettering people's lives. You get to join forces with others who are also being a force for good in the world. And you can even be rewarded with all expenses paid trips to 5-star luxury locations all around the world and have really great time with great people, tremendous people, and make great friends. Now, I want to tell you the genesis, just before I wrap up, I want to tell you the genesis of this company. The redox signaling molecules in ASEA are so impactful on the human condition that pharmaceutical companies offered to pay millions of dollars for the sole rights to the technology. However, they wanted ASEA to shut down. They wanted everyone taken off redox. Thankfully, founders of ASEA, Vertus Norden and son Tyler Norden, said no to the payout and yes to the people already experiencing the greatly needed and life-changing power of these redox signaling molecules. And as demonstrated in this very first, very important decision, and in every other sense, ASEA always puts people and principles before ego and economics. So you are in good hands. Get back with the person who shared this presentation with you this evening, or this video if you're watching the recording. Don't worry what the time is. They'll be glad to hear from you. Let them know what you've seen here and what you like best about it. If you have any questions, ask them. They can point you to where you can find the answers, as there's plenty of university studies and real people's life-changing experiences for you to see ASEA is the real deal. Here at ASEA, we want to help you to believe, belong, and become more. Because it's what you become that determines your income in life, really. So I hope you'll become a part of this redox reality. And for yourself, at the least, live healthier, younger, stronger, longer. But also hope you'll invite many, many others to do the same. Because as you better the lives of others, your life will become better. And from becoming more and more of a force for good in the world, your life will be filled with more good. And so I want to thank you very much for having me here. May you always be happy. May you always be well. And just as I wrap up, I must note that ASEA does not claim to treat or cure any diseases. Thank you very much for having me here. Thank you, Kaleen. I'll hand it back to you.
Awesome, Stevie. Thank you. As always, that was fantastic. And we're going to be wrapping up shortly and then go into our live question and answer period. So if you've got some burning questions, you can go ahead and put them in the chat box while I say a few more things. And what I'd like to say is, you know, the beauty of this product being offered through field distributors and educators like Stevie and myself is that you get the chance to really touch someone's life and give them the resource of energy and vitality that maybe they didn't even know they could achieve. You know, I don't know if it's real to you all, but it's common, I think, to kind of settle into it, what we consider normal, whether it be a health normal, whether it be a financial status normal, or whatever that is, right? In my case, I had suffered for over 20 years with autoimmune issues from side effects from medicine. And my normal was that I didn't sleep through the night very easily. It was unpredictable. And so that created things like brain fog and exhaustion. And I used to just drag my body around because I always loved what I was doing. So I would just make it go and produce and do things, right? And kept it as healthy as possible with nutrition and food, which are the raw materials that go in the body, and they're essential. And when a perfect stranger that's now become a wonderful friend, Dan Doyle, who normally is with us tonight, but he's just moved, and he's dealing with the logistics that happen when you move literally from one state to another, especially during this crazy time. So he, you know, through a friend, shared his story with me of having a life-threatening condition that then with this product, his body was able to overcome that condition. Because as Stevie said, this is not a direct cure for anything, right? But it does get the body back into communication with itself. And we all know that the body is designed to heal itself, right? So when you really put all those resources there, it's amazing the magic that can happen. So in my case, then I was able, you know, within even just a few months of being on the product, to start to achieve a whole new normal in my life of being well rested, which in itself is huge, and starting to have less sensitivities, you know, and things like that, that I was plagued with, honestly, for, again, over 20 years. So I'm going to quickly share my screen, and you don't have to take, whoops, sorry about that, guys. I went the wrong button there. There's Dan Doyle's picture right there. You don't have to take my word for it either. You can get back to the person that introduced you, and we've got a phenomenal Facebook page that has thousands of product testimonies, as well as even a website and various things that you can explore and research yourself. There's also incredible science websites. It's really important to be smart about your research, because you guys know you can find anything on the internet. I think, as Stevie often says, it's like, you know, reading the bathroom wall. Unfortunately, there's good stuff and bad stuff. So there's things, as opposed to just Google, there's scholar.google, which then gets you more into the academic science side. And there's phenomenal source websites that the person that invited you to join us tonight can share with you, right? So this screen just gives you a visual again of our whole product line in terms of how can you be part of ASEA in the realm of cellular health. That's really our niche as a biotechnology company. You have the drinkable form of the molecules that are exactly what's inside you, and that's the blue bottle. To the far right, then you've got the skincare resources, which you saw the before and afters that Stevie was showing. The white tube is your topical gel, which is also pure molecules you're putting on externally. And the blue serum that's there, that royal blue tube, is also more concentrated, the live molecules. And then that's just a clean organic skincare line that works with our topical gel. And in this middle section here, you've got phenomenal nutrition that are pure raw materials. Now, obviously there's great nutrition out there, but what I love about this nutrition is it has a patented absorption complex in it. And one of my issues was digestion and not absorbing food and nutrition well. And this solves that problem because they've built in this absorption formula. So no matter what your gut health is, you're guaranteed to absorb over 90%, I think it's close to 98% of the nutrients in these whole food supplements. So get more data about that tonight. We didn't necessarily go over that in detail, but it's worth knowing about those as well, okay? And then, you know, it just goes from the viewpoint too, that wherever you're at tonight, you might be, wow, I really want to get product and get started right away. And, you know, the people that introduced you to the webinar tonight can help you do that. And there's incredible savings going on right now that our company has offered because of many of us having cash flow issues. So you can find out about that too, where you, on your first order, can get gifted free product and very cool discounts. So some of you may just want to be a consumer, and that's phenomenal. We have 2 great consumer accounts. You may want to share this with others as well for additional income, if nothing else, just to pay for your product, or because you'd like to replace your full-time income at some point. So that's an option. And then, as Stevie said, you could even create legacy income, you know, where you really can, you know, generate a phenomenal amount of income if you choose, if you know, create that kind of business and then have it exchange back to you. This graph is really important for you as a consumer as you decide to start the product. We encourage people particularly not to buy the drink unless you're willing to do a 90-day trial. And this graph shows that, you know, the moment that you consume these molecules, because they are native to your body, you have immediate changes, but you may not be able to perceive them. It can show up in blood work, for example. So you can see that if someone just tries a bottle of the product, or they go, I just want to try it for a week or a month and see how I feel, the percentage of consumers that perceive a result where there's real change in their body is lower, anywhere from 15%, you know, going up to 20%. But when you do that full 30 days, and I really recommend go for 3 to 6 months, you hit a sweet spot, because you've now given your body a higher level of cellular communication for multiple months, and real change can happen. Most of us are going to clean house a bit before we really get into that deeper cellular healing. So that's why we say, you know, you've got over a 90% perceived result when you do the product correctly for at least 3 months, okay? Those are just setting those expectations. Again, I mentioned we have wholesale as well as full price, you know, options to order your product. When you choose to order at wholesale, you do get a 25% discount on the cost of the product. And again, there are 2 different types of accounts. One of them just, you know, allows you to order at wholesale and have a monthly auto ship and build up some points. Another one that we call our associate account allows you to be a distributor to yourself and or also share it with others. And there is a $40, and I'm giving US equivalents. Obviously people are here from around the world with different currencies, so it would be the equivalent of $40 US to open that account. And then you have the option to order very special combinations of product on your first order, save some money, buy it in bulk. You know, you can buy your 3-month trial up front. You can just order it as you go. There's many, many options. And there's definitely an option that works for everybody. And then once a year with this particular wholesale account, you just pay a $25 renewal fee to keep that membership, okay? The other thing that's really cool about this product, if you're still kind of sketchy and you're like, I'm trying other things too, I don't know, here's the cool thing. You're guaranteed a full money back return within your first 30 days of ordering the product, minus your shipping cost, of course, if you really go, this product isn't for me. So this makes it very low risk. We know after 10 years of consumer data, it's completely safe and non-toxic. It will not interfere with nutrition or medicine and create side effects. And on top of it, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So it's just a phenomenal opportunity. This is just a quick visual. Again, when you get back to the person that shared with you, if you choose to do an associate account, you can do customized packages of various combinations of the product. And if you do buy in bulk, you just get more and more savings and you get free product and all kinds of things. So you can ask about that. And if you don't like a suggested kit, you can actually customize your order. In this is what a person's website looks like when they're ordering, and we call it, you know, customizing it with additional product, right? And then usually we would really highly recommend that you set it up to order the product every month, because we're all busy and you're doing your 3 to 6 month trial and you don't want to have to remember, okay, I've got to order my product. Plus, it's a very user-friendly auto ship. You control it on your own account. You can change the data in terms of product, payment, shipping address at any time. And if you're not savvy with computers, you can call our customer service and they'll do it for you. But this allows you to build up loyalty points, which is where the real savings comes in, because you can redeem those points that you earn every month for free products. And my husband and I love that because we order a lot of product. We love having more energy and we love our auto ship. This is a final quote just to end off this part of our presentation from one of our founders, Bertus Norton. And he says, we're all at the start of something big with great purpose. And right now is the moment that we begin influencing the future. We can change the world. And so as you guys probably are perceiving through just the passion that Stevie and I both have, and possibly other of our, you know, business partners that are here on the call with us tonight, is that this is a very unique company with a phenomenal purpose to be positive change in terms of just the energy and health and vitality, really, of humanity on the planet. And so particularly during this wild time of uncertainty that we're all going through, to have that, you know, physical energy and stability to live your purpose, whatever it is, and do it well, and do it with all the energy and gusto that you love, there's just, you can't put a price on that. And so no matter what you decide tonight, first of all, take a moment as soon as I end off, stay with us and get your questions answered. And no question is stupid. And you can put it in the chat box or you can unmute yourself. But also take a moment before you go to bed tonight or maybe in the morning and think about what lights your fire and how you change the world. And go out there and keep doing that, because we all are better people because you're doing that. And we need all of each other's purposes and passions. And that's just part of what ASEA is bringing that together. So with that, I'm going to stop my screen share. Of course, my cursor is being a little funky here, guys. Hold on a minute. And now we're going to go into our question and answer period. Stevie, do you want to close off this part of our presentation with anything else?
I would just say, oh, sorry, I'm just spraying some ASEA on my face.
That's awesome. Good timing.
Yeah, with my little, look, I would just say, like I said at the beginning, this is a very, very, very significant breakthrough. And you're going to want everyone who's significant in your life to know about this. It's easy at first glance to underestimate this because we are so bombarded with breakthroughs. The word breakthrough is really overdone today. It's really, really overused. But we use it sincerely here. This is a breakthrough, and Tyler Norton says, you know, seeing the effects that this has on people's lives, that's when, you know, a breakthrough gains an exclamation mark. And you know, knowing as much as Kaleen and I do know about this, I still think that we're unable to fully appreciate just how big the future is for this technology. Don't, like Kaleen said before, don't take our word for it. Hundreds of medical experts, scientific researchers are saying, literally saying, this is spearheading some of the greatest advancements that we've ever seen in all areas of health science in the world. That this technology will become the #1 premier healthcare technology in healthcare history. And if it was a drug, and thank goodness it's not, but if it was a drug, it would be deemed the greatest drug of all time. So get to know this. Most importantly, get it into your hands. And perhaps even more important than that, in my book, get it into the hands of others. You don't know you don't know who needs this right now. Maybe you do, but you don't know who knows someone. If you don't know someone who needs this, maybe you don't know someone who knows someone who needs this. Everyone needs this. So I would say welcome aboard, and thanks very much again for having us here.